CC.5, classify formulas and sequences. What kind of sequence is this? So it's either, going to be arithmetic, geometric, both, or neither. So figure out what's happening, or is there anything happening? How would I get from 1 to 8? Well, the first thing you might think of is, you'd add 7. But if I add 7 to 8, am I going to get 64? No. So it is not arithmetic because we're not adding the same number every time to get to the next term. It's not wanting to erase for me. Go figure, right? Okay, and you're like, okay, so what else can we do? Can we multiply? Yeah, if I multiply 1 times 8, what am I going to get? 8. If I multiply 8 times 8, what am I going to get? 64. And guess what? If I multiply 64 by 8, I'm going to get 512. So if I'm multiplying the same number every single time to get to the next term, it is geometric. Okay, from 76 to 63, it looks like it's going down. So 63 minus 76 is negative 7. So if I subtract 7 every time, 76 minus 63 is... Why am I getting that wrong? Oh, see, I do things bad too. That was just atrocious. Negative 13. So minus 13 gets you that. If I subtract 13 from 60, will it get us 47? No. I would have to subtract 16. So let me just check real quick though. So, because obviously I did something way wrong ago. So 63 minus 13 does get us 50, not 47. So it's not arithmetic. If you wanted to take the time to see if it's multiplying or division, you can. It's not going to be because these are such weird numbers. But 63 divided by 76, that's not going to reduce. So if I multiply 63 times 63 over 76, I am not going to get 47. So it's not that. If it's not either one of those, it's not both. And so it has to be neither. Okay. This is the one and only time your answer is going to be both. Now, can anybody tell me why it's both? How would it be arithmetic? What would we be adding every single time to get this the next number? We would be adding 0. 623 plus 0 is 623. 623 plus 0 is 623. Plus 0 is 623. So it is arithmetic. But I already told you it's both. So how would I get from 623 to 623 geometrically? We would be multiplying by 1. Right? And so 623 times 1, 623 times 1, 623. Yeah, right? So since it's arithmetic and geometric, your answer is going to be both. That's the only time it is going to be both. What kind of sequence is this? 77 minus 93. 77 minus 93 is negative 16. 61 minus 16 is 45. Hey, that worked. So I am subtracting 16 every single time, so it's arithmetic. All right. So negative 248, 248, negative 248, 248. So obviously I'm not adding 0 this time to be able to get from negative to positive, negative to positive. So it's not going to be arithmetic. It's not going to be both. But it is going to be geometric. What are you doing if you're bouncing back and forth from positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative? You're multiplying everything by -1. Okay. It's not going to be arithmetic because, again, we're bouncing back and forth from positives to negatives, and if you're adding the same number every single time, you're not going to be going back and forth on that sequence. But if I take -6 and I divide it by 2, I get -3. So this would be times -3 to get -6. What is -6 times -3? 18, not 12. It is not geometric. It's not both. It is going to be neither. What kind of sequence? If I add 5 and I add 5, 9 plus 5 is 14, not 16, so it is not arithmetic. 4 times a whole number is not going to give us 9, and it's a bit of fraction, and it's not going to, so it's not geometric, it's not both, it is neither. Now on these, do not make these any harder than what they are. They are not hard. I'm going to keep both of these in the frame and tell you the difference between each one. Which of the word best describes the formula for the sequence A sub n? All right. See this right here? When the n is in the subscript of the formula, it's going to be recursive because you're using the previous answers to get the next term. If the n is part of the formula, it's going to be explicit. That's as simple as I can say it. Honestly, I can't say it any differently than what I just did, okay? So if you're going to do something with n to be able to get into the formula, then it's going to be explicit. If n is the subscript, it is going to be recursive. Now this n is not a subscript, it is a superscript, which means that it's going to be doing something to the formula every single time to be able to get the next answer. So this is explicit. This is a subscript, so it is recursive.